Good afternoon, everyone. Guests are respectfully reminded that we intend for this ceremony to be conducted with the dignity which the occasion deserves. This is a celebration of the achievements and contributions of our seniors, and naturally, guests will want to offer their appreciation and congratulations through applause. However, guests are asked to please do so in a manner becoming the occasion and to refrain from excessive cheering. Thank you.
Good afternoon, parents, family, faculty members, and honored guests. We would like to welcome you to the 43rd Commencement exercises at Seisen International School in this, our 54th year of learning to love and loving to learn. In a moment, the graduates will enter the gym. At that time, we ask that you stand and remain standing for our school song, as well as an invitation, which will be given by our head of school, Miss Colette Rogers. Thank you.
In the name of the Father, and of the Son, and of the Holy Spirit. Amen. Dear Lord, we are gathered together today as not just an international school community, but an international family. We ask your blessings on the class of 2017, 52 young women representing 16 nationalities. Today they walk across the Seisen stage into a new chapter of their lives. We ask you to bless them with strength. Bless them with the intellectual strength as they pursue their academic goals. Help them to persevere. Bless them with physical and emotional strength. Help them maintain physical and emotional well-being as they go through life. Bless them with strong hearts. Help them to love themselves, love others, and to continue to be compassionate leaders for all. Lord, on this very special day, we ask you to instill in them a sense of faith in themselves and in the fact that they are no longer girls, but young women who are smart women, who are kind women, who are talented women, and who are strong, Seisen women. We ask this through Christ our Lord. Amen. In the name of the Father, and of the Son, and of the Holy Spirit. Amen. Before continuing with the ceremony, I would like to acknowledge the presence of the handmaids here today, the sisters. As we all know, without the sisters, there would be no Seisen, there would be no Seisen International School. So I'd like to acknowledge the presence of Sister Shoya, Sister Clementina, Sister Pura, Sister Asunta, Sister Agnes, and at the back, so if everybody would turn around please to give a wave to Sister Assumption. She's at the back watching everything. And graduates, I am so proud of you. I am so, so proud of you.
Thank you. Please have a seat, everyone. The salutatorian of the graduating class of 2017, Miri Yasuda, will address us at this time.
On behalf of the class of 2017, it is my pleasure and honor as salutatorian to welcome everyone to our graduation ceremony today. I would first like to thank the faculty, school staff, administration, and especially our parents for supporting us throughout all these years and for making today's ceremony possible. When I look back upon my time at Seisen, I remember the peaceful and joyful time that I spent with my friends in elementary school and the gossip that we were all obsessed with in middle school. The class trips, prank day, and the senior banquet are some of the best memories that I have of the class of 2017. However, the most dominant and the most recent memory I have of my time at Seisen is not as pleasant and full of fun. The last 2 years at Seisen have been the most difficult time of my life until this point, and I'm sure that many of my classmates feel the same. During this time, we had to make several important decisions in our lives, such as applying to colleges and thinking about possible careers. And sometimes the future seemed daunting and unpredictable. On top of this, we had to deal with the struggles of IB. Every day we compared how little we slept the night before and how much work we had to do. And we counted down the days until graduation, impatiently waiting to be finally finished with IB. And now here we are. To be quite honest, I would not want to relive the sleepless nights and endless studying that make up the most of my high school memories. However, I do not regret the choices that I made throughout high school, and I am proud to be graduating from Seisen today alongside my classmates. Although my experience in high school has been far more difficult than what I had imagined, I gained so much through the challenges that I was faced with. Since middle school, I felt the need to always reach for perfection in my studies, and this perception has helped me to maintain my grades and to produce high-quality work. However, during my junior year, I felt unable to reach my own expectations for my work due to the many assignments that I had to complete, and I struggled for a while to cope with the pressure and expectations that I placed upon myself. Nevertheless, through conversations with my teachers and support from my parents during these 2 years, I've learned to cut myself some slack when it is needed, and to accept my imperfections. Although my experience in high school may be very different from what my peers have gone through, each one of us has been faced with challenges that we fought to overcome. As cliched as it sounds, we realize what's most important to us in times of hardship. And for me, I realized how much my parents have sacrificed to support my dreams, and I wouldn't be standing here if it were not for them. So thank you to the parents of this class for making lunch for us every day, staying up with us until 3 a.m., and for supporting and loving us unconditionally through thick and thin. We would not have been able to graduate today without you. Being at Seisen has helped us mature and become more open-minded, although we may not realize it. We are able to question social norms and expectations, and have discussions about traditionally taboo topics, such as gender roles and religion, both in school and out of school. And I think that this class in particular actively exchanged opinions on these topics, which has helped us deepen our understanding of issues that the world is dealing with currently. We had discussions in the senior lounge about the problems regarding social constructs, and I also had conversations with several teachers about the flaws that are present in the education system in society. I feel privileged to have spent my high school days in a safe environment like Seisen, which has encouraged us to stay true to our beliefs and allowed us to openly express our opinions. As we go our separate ways all over the world, we will be confronted with situations that may go against our own beliefs and make us feel uncomfortable. Many of us will experience culture shock as we leave the comforts of Tokyo and the safety bubble that is Seisen. However, the many years that we have spent at Seisen have taught us to be independent and vocal thinkers. And the skill that we have acquired here will guide us through any difficult times that are lying ahead of us. I would just like to say that I'm glad that I got to experience both the fun and difficult times for the class of 2017. Although each of us is an independent and unique individual, when we got together, we achieved so much more than we could ever achieve on our own. Knowing how far we've come already, I cannot wait to witness our future achievements as we take forward the virtues and skills that we have acquired over the years in Seisen. So class of 2017, we've endured a lot together over the past several years, and I could not have asked for a better group of people to go through this with. Always stay true to who you are, and don't let anyone dictate who you become. Thank you.
now my great honor and pleasure to introduce our guest speaker. Dr. Richard Kriegstar has held the position of Executive Director of the East Asia Regional Council of Schools, also known as ERCOS, for 23 years, and served in a dual role as Executive Director of the Association for the Advancement of International Education, also known as AEIE, and ERCOS for 4 years during this more than 2 decades of service to the international education community. Better known as Dr. K to the community, this family of schools, he received his BA and MA at the University of Wyoming and his doctorate from the University of Florida. Prior to assuming the helm of ERCOS, Dr. K held director and head of school positions at the International School of Kuala Lumpur, American Community School, Amman, Jordan, and the Masses Community School, Syria. He began his international career in 1972 as a K-12 principal at the American International School of Kabul in Afghanistan. Dr. K and Sherry, his wife of 47 years, have 2 children, Morgan and Josh, and 2 grandchildren, Aria and Troy. Josh and Morgan are both international educators at the American International School in Riyadh and International School Manila, respectively. Now that's the official bio. The unofficial bio happened on Thursday when he came in, or on Friday when he came in to talk to the graduates for about an hour. And at that point, Dr. K shared with us his life story, the challenges that he faced as a student, as a teacher, as a principal, and as a head of school. But one theme came out constantly, and that was the theme of the strong women in his family who supported him. He spoke of his mother, he spoke of his wife, he spoke of his daughter, and finally his 8-year-old granddaughter, who he thinks is probably the most challenging woman in his life at the moment. But there's also one other person, one other strong woman in his life who's been in his life for quite a number of years. And I got Dr. K here because of her. I actually used a little bit of Catholic guilt. I found out that Dr. K was going to be elsewhere this weekend, and I sent him an email saying, well, you know, if Sister Asuncion knows that you're in town, and I don't ask you to come and speak at Seisen, I'm in trouble, but you're in bigger trouble. And as a result of his friendship with Sister, he is here to us today, so I'm very honored to introduce to all of you our own Dr. K.
Okay, guys, remember what I said. I'm going to read this thing, but if I mess up along the line, I'm going to start ad-libbing. Hold on to your chair, because I don't know where I'll go. Before I start anything, I'm glad to be here. I hope my voice doesn't go out. I'm starting to sound like a gangster from an old-time movie. I love these fans, and I think every time I come to Tokyo, I'm such a fan of Seisen, and also a fan of St. Mary's. There's no way that when Miss Rogers asked me this that I couldn't come here, and also because Sister Asuncion. So now that we started the normal way. Good afternoon, Miss Rogers, Mr. Hatch, Sister Asuncion, honored guests, parents, grandparents, teachers, friends, and especially the graduating seniors, and also all the other sisters who are joined us here today. I must tell you, my sister from when I was a little guy knew I was going to be talking to girls at an all-girls school. She'd have a heart attack. I'm so happy to be here. I understand that this is Seisen's largest graduating class ever, 52. 16 different nationalities. 15 of you have been here since kindergarten. I think it's remarkable, and it's like the United Nations. I'm honored to be with you, really honored. I love coming to this school, and I've been coming here for over 20 years before you guys were born. Today I'm here to share a thought or two with you and you young, wonderful women who are finishing up at Seisen and getting ready to move on to new adventures. Needless to say, I've had sleepless nights since February, worrying about what to say to you when I'm such an old character and you are so young and enthusiastic. Just think of me as a grandfather figure who cares about you and your future. Our time together on Friday morning was so good for me and helped me overcome my anxiety. I was so worried. After that little session, I forgot I could do anything. 52 young women? Are you kidding me? We can conquer the world. However, during that time, I did feel like a granddad who loves you, but does not have to debate with you over curfew, rules that like your parents, and that's what granddads are for. Now take a moment, and I really want you to do this. I want you to look at your classmates. I want you to look at the ones you know well, and the ones you don't know so well. Take a moment and take a gander, look around. Please do. You got it? No one knows what's going to become of them or you in the next 4 years or your lifetime. Things will change. You will be surprised when you come together for your class reunions on how maturity and real life situations will change you all. What I'd like to share with you today are 3 characteristics that I've come to believe are essential for success in life. They are my favorites, and they'll be good today, 10 years, 20 years, 30 years from now. It's not your GPA, as I said to the St. Mary guys, but it's your GPM. These are setting goals, finding passion, and plain old motivation. You need to set goals forever, especially right now. Your major goal should be to complete university. When I was your age, I can still remember back that far, my goal was to go to college. However, when I went to see my guidance counselor, one time, 5 minutes, he said to me, the best thing for me to do was to join the Marines and never go to university. I'm sure he was using the good old reverse psychology to motivate a very mediocre student. In the next years, find your passion, if you have not already, so you can devote your life to something you love. I wanted to be a teacher and a coach. When I got my first teaching job and received my first paycheck, incidentally, which was $272, and our payments were $274, and I had to go to the credit union to borrow money for the next 5 months so my wife and I could have something to eat. But I said to my wife when I got that paycheck, I said, I can't believe you're paying me to do this job. I loved it. I found my job, not only my job, but I found my passion. And it was working with kids, and that passion has helped me when I became the head of 3 different international schools. Finally, there's one thing that has the potential to make each one of you the most successful, the most creative, the most distinguished in any field. coaches say they believe it's the seventh person on a volleyball team. I believe it's more important than an impressive academic background, which is important. It's the ingredient that makes winners out of the mediocre. It's an internal, not measurable element, and it is motivation. Schools can't teach it. Schools can't test for it. You can't study for it, and you can't inherit it from your parents. I would like to talk to you about 3 women and The Rock who exemplify these 3 qualities. Their goals, passion, and motivation were vital to their success. They have all made inspiring presentations at our Air Coast conferences. I got to know them all, and they made a huge impression on me. When I decided to use them as examples, I contacted each one of them and told them about my presentation here today with young women who were graduating from an all-girls school. Each of them gave me a message to pass on to the young women here at Seisen. First, Liv Arneson. When she was 8 years old, her father gave her a miniature Kon-Tiki raft sailed by Thor Heyerdahl, a fellow Norwegian who in 1948 was trying to prove that natives from South America could have followed the trade winds and settled on the islands in the far Pacific. Her learning about his historic feat made her start daydreaming about adventure and about exploring new lands. At the age of 13, she told her class she wanted to cross the South Pole on skis. All of her classmates did a little snickering on that one. It took her a while to accomplish her goal because she told me she had intermediate goals along the way, like finishing university, where she became a teacher, and then raising a family. At 42, not 22, at 42, she did cross the South Pole on skis, the first woman ever to do so. She wanted to raise the world interest in water. She kept her goal in her mind for years before she was able to accomplish it. Now her energy is being used teaching about water and its importance to people. Great conversation with her. She and 5 other women, one from each continent, in 2 years are going to float the Ganges. And their goal is to meet and talk to 50 million people about the importance of water. Her message to you: always leave a portion of your heart for your goal, and then never give up. I feel like an absent-minded professor. I can't look through all these pages. Next is Tess Gerritsen. She wanted to study humanities and liberal arts. Her parents wanted her to be a doctor. Parents won. She went to study at Cal Berkeley, then went to the University of San Francisco Medical School and became a medical doctor. After practicing medicine for 3 or 4 years, she entered a writing contest and won. Now she has written 17 romance novels, medical thrillers, where she's used all of her background in medicine to do it. and she often is on the bestsellers list. The TV show, I don't know if you know it, it's called Rizzoli and Isles, is based on one of her series of mystery novels. When I talked to Tess, she said, this is what she said to you all. You can't give up too quickly. That theme keeps coming back. Don't be discouraged. Successful authors just keep forging ahead. Of course, I lost my darn page. Can you believe that? The next one. Here we go. I'll throw that on the floor. And we've got Liz. And we have, hold with me, keep holding with me. This is natural. The next one is Kim Food. I'm going to show you this picture. This photo is probably the most important photo in the 20th century. It's now dubbed the Napalm Girl. When she was 9 years old, Kim was severely burned during the Vietnam War in 1972. Her rescuers thought she would die and never have a chance for survival. They took her to the morgue. She was in the morgue for 3 days. However, she persevered and lived. She has had multiple operations and still bears terrible scars for life. This is Kim today, like about a month ago. As a young woman, she was forced to go to Cuba from Vietnam, where she met and married her husband. The only place that the Cubans would let her go for a honeymoon was to Moscow in February. On the way back to Cuba, the plane stopped in Newfoundland, Canada for 1 hour to refuel. She and her new husband were brave enough to get off the airplane and seek political asylum. Canada accepted them. And incidentally, it was not his idea. It was her idea. So you can imagine on the honeymoon, you want to talk about a strong one? This guy probably thought, who did I marry? She now gives back through the Kim Foundation International, healing children of war. Kim never gave up on her goal and still acts with passion. And her motivation to survive is on that. Kim's message to you, that you have to love, you have to be tough, and you have to be forgiving. The next one is the one I've been alluding to a little bit, called The Rock. And that's Sister Asuncion. The foundation and reason we are here today. She is a loving, caring sister who was able to be tough when it came to the best things for the girls at Seisen, and compassionate towards young, growing girls. We love her. She's an icon. I have to tell you, when she was 80 years old, she drove me across Tokyo to Yokohama. When we were driving down the road, first of all, she asked me if I was scared to drive with her. And of course, what does a guy say, when you're feeling macho? Of course I'm not scared. Here she is, 120 kilometers an hour. I told this to the girls, she's driving across 6 straight lanes of traffic. Every time she wanted to turn left or right, she's flipped her hat, and everybody got out of her way. On that way, she told me that she had got her driver's license, and it took her like 6 times to do it, and at the end, the driving police of Tokyo gave her a party. The other thing is that we take this picture right here. For years, whenever we were at conferences, she was the one that we always, tried to have a bit of fun with, to lighten things up. And she was such a great sport. Seisen has prepared you academically. You've had dedicated teachers around here 7 days a week, providing pathways to develop your potential. Your family has set a group of good values that may be modified in the future, but probably never lost. Your parents have provided you with food, shelter, and they better not leave out money to maximize your chances for success. Remember, thank your parents. Thank your parents. Seisen's mission is to provide a safe environment in order to empower each student through shared responsibility, creativity, and human independence to develop their unique talents to become competent, compassionate players in our global society, capable of empowering others and bringing hope and peace to our ever-changing world. And I read that whole thing without one mistake. Now it's your turn to begin paying back. Seisen community, the Seisen community, by setting your goals, find that passion, and developing your motivation so that you can be the best you can be. Help to try to make this world a better place. Make your parents proud. Make Seisen proud. Become an active supporter of the Alumni Association here. You guys may live to 110 years old now. So it wouldn't be surprise me if one of you were up here talking when you're 95 years old. So I wish you luck. Thank you for Friday. I am telling you, I told my daughter, I told my granddaughter saw the picture with all of you guys around me. I think that little duffer was a little jealous. So I'm looking forward tomorrow to heading home, back down to the Philippines to my office, and being with my family and going back to work. I've had a great time. Mary, you did a great job. So to all of you, parents, students, congratulations. It's the best. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. K. The Seisen High School Choir and Vocal Ensemble will honor our graduates with 2 songs. First, a setting of the Irish Blessing. And second, You Have More Friends Than You Know, specially arranged by Seisen Senior Tyler Juffs. The group is under the direction of Miss Brenda Handel-Johnson and accompanied by Dr. Charles Delaire. Since many of the graduates are members of the choir, we need to give them time to take their places. Thank you, high school choir and vocal ensemble, for the beautiful music. I am pleased to introduce Mr. John Dewey, President of the Seisen Parents Association, who will speak to the graduates as a representative of the parents.
Good afternoon, everyone. On behalf of the Seisen Parents Association, I want to say congratulations to class of 2017 and me. Sometimes maybe it felt like this day wouldn't come. So many tests, papers, late nights, studying, wonderful IB program you've all been involved in. But together, you guys made it. Some of you have been together for a long time. Some of you maybe just for a few years. But regardless of how long you've been here, you guys have made some amazing friendships along the way. At my own graduation, I had 700 fellow graduates. I sat next to a girl I didn't know her name. Said, hey, nice to meet you. Congratulations. It's kind of sad. You guys are really lucky. You guys have such a special group here. Throughout the years, you guys have been through so many things together. Go back and think about the Letterland Day parades, Carol Nights, the PYP exhibition, Big Science Day. You guys had choir trips to Anaheim, sports events to Korea, Thailand, Guam, Okinawa. The gold medals and speech and debate. We had the Model UN trip to Singapore. You guys had class trips to Nagano, Hakone, Hiroshima, and canyons too, which I think was pretty fun. You guys have also been pioneers. You guys had an amazing first art exhibition in Daikanyang. You guys started the Breast Cancer Awareness Club, the Gender and Sexual Awareness Club. The first trips to sister schools in Vietnam, East Timor. You guys also helped pioneer the fire group program. You guys have been really impressive. Hopefully, if you look back on your experience here at Seisen in the future, you'll smile and remember it all very fondly. Hang on just a minute. I want to stay here in memory lane for just a little bit longer. I went and checked out some of the yearbooks with you guys. And you guys actually have some kind of cool comments you guys have made about your own class. And I want to share that with everybody here. So in 9th grade, you guys said, we're pretty rowdy. Sometimes it's hard to get us under control. But we're a great class. Honestly, this may sound cheesy, a little cliche, but we're a family. All of us contribute to the class, and it's so amazing to watch everyone support each other. Some of us are loud, some of us are quiet, you know who you are. Some of us like K-pop. Some of us like One Direction. Despite all our differences, we always manage to create and maintain a peaceful and friendly atmosphere. We are made up of different people that we're all very close to each other. Some are a little wilder than others. That just makes our class more memorable. And in 10th grade, you guys said, we're like a family. Although we're all very different people, we still able to come together as one big happy family. No matter what our situation is, we're always there for each other. Whether it be help with school or help with personal things, we're always there for one another. And in 11th grade, the tone changes a little bit because IB programs kick in. Things get a little tougher. So, IB's been tough so far, but having support and enthusiasm from 55 girls struggling with the same daily problems is a really great feeling. We're all in this together. Feel a song? So, there you have it in your own words. You guys have a pretty special class. Now, as you move into the next phase of your lives, you're heading off to new schools, new challenges, long new adventures. As the sort of representative dad here, I want to give you a little bit of advice. Learn how to set your alarms. Mom and dad will be there to wake you up in the morning. But seriously, your parents are going to miss you very much. So I asked the parents what they would like me to say today on their behalf. And they sent me some thoughts and advice and some words of wisdom. First, they suggested a quote from one of my favorite authors, Mark Twain. And he said, I've never let my schooling interfere with my education. Think about that for a second. Another quote they gave me was from Michael Josephson. Take pride in how far you've come. Have faith in how far you can go. And don't forget to enjoy the journey. Another quote they gave me was from Anatole France. To accomplish great things, we must not only act, but also dream. Not only plan, but also believe. The last one they gave me was actually anonymous, but I kind of like it. I hope your dreams take you to the corners of your smiles, to the highest of your hopes, to the windows of your opportunities, and to the most special places your heart has ever known. So some nice quotes they gave us, but now parents actually gave us some messages in their own words. Text me if you have a cold. I know you know what to do. It will make us both feel better if I tell you get some good rest and I get well. Text me if you are unhappy about a breakup, even if you forgot to tell me you were going out in the first place. Text me if you are changing majors, but not before you make sure you have a new major. The next one I thought was very relevant. You guys kind of all grew up in a digital age, right? You guys have been on those phones for pretty much forever. So the message is unplug. Find the time to cut the cord from electronic devices. It may be a little scary, you may experience some withdrawal, but don't be afraid. You might even enjoy the break from information on social media. Discover how you can figure out the beautiful and mystical mysteries of life without relying on a phone or a computer in your hand. Have face-to-face conversations. Ask questions. Get a little lost. Ask directions. Take snapshots and selfies in the form of memories in your mind. And when you're ready to plug back in, think your priorities. Call your parents, Skype, Line, Facebook, whatever. Say hi, I love you. Share a little bit about your world, your experience, your dreams. It will be the best way you ever use technology, and it will make their year. Some very nice advice from your parents. I know your parents are very proud of you and all that you've accomplished throughout your lives so far. They were filled with joy when you were born. They got up many times during the night, and you guys were crying, babies. They held your hands as you learned to walk. They picked you up when you fell down and put band-aids on your wounds. They helped with your homework. Sometimes as you got older, they even had to read a chapter ahead to stay ahead of you guys. They attended all your recitals, your sports events, your plays, your concerts. They cheered very loudly for you guys, maybe sometimes too loud. They were there with hugs and words of comfort when things didn't go your way. They've tried to teach you everything they knew from their own experience, their own successes, and their own failures. And all the while, they've watched with pride as you have blossomed into fine young women about to embark on the next stage of your lives. So on behalf of parents, families, and the entire Seisen family, again, I want to say congratulations to the class of 2017.
At this time, I would like to read some messages addressed to the graduates. Dear class of 2017, we had hoped to be here to cheer you on this day, but unfortunately it was not possible. We wish you all the best in this new journey that you are about to begin. Congratulations to you and your parents on your graduation. A big hug to each and every one. All our love from Chile. Herman, Marilee, and Maria Jose Beck. Today is a special day for all of you, for it heralds the beginning of such a wonderful pathway ahead for all of you, and one of pure joy for me as I remember my first class of students in Japan. During that first year of teaching, my son asked us a Skype conversation, how was my class? I replied, not with an accent, they were awesome. I loved my kids. There was a momentary silence. He replied, they're not your kids, Mom. I'm your kid. True, but they are too, she said. Years have passed, and I'm sitting here in New Zealand, sending messages on the airwaves to all of you, wishing you an honestly wonderful graduation. I am there with you in spirit. Big hello to your parents, for this is such a wonderful day for all of you. Have a ball today and go on to college and with dreams in motion. You are all so special, and I felt and feel a privilege to have been a part of your life's journey. Make your dreams your reality. Much love to all of you. Mrs. Bev Bibby. The class of 2017, greetings from Rockville, Maryland. I wish I were there to give each of you a hug and thank you for all your wonderful invitations. Seriously, I will keep them and reread them whenever I've had a bad day. I am so proud to be remembered by you wonderful young women. Perhaps by now all of your teachers have already told you what a special class you are. I always look forward to our time together, whether reading Wonder Aloud at home, discussing To Kill a Mockingbird, or Romeo and Juliet, Alice Munro, or William Gray. Alice Munro tells us that in your life there are only a few places, maybe only one place, where something happened, and then there are all the other places. You made Seisen one of those places for me, and I predict that it will be one of those places for you your whole life long. Best always, Mrs. D. Finally, class of 2017, I am so excited that you have all made it to graduation, and I do wish I could have been there to cheer you on. I remember when I first came to Seisen and found out that I had to teach 2 grade 7 classes. Honestly, I was not looking forward to that, but then I met you all, and you quickly changed my mind. Your class is a combination of sweet and hilarious, smart and edgy, kind and adventurous. I loved getting to know you when you were awkward 7th graders, and it was fun to see you grow into yourselves and become the incredible women you are today. I have many fond memories of all of you in the speaker. You were a phenomenal grade 10 English class, the kind that I was happy to see in the morning and sad when our year had ended. Be proud of all you've accomplished and excited for the future, and know that somewhere in Canada there is an English teacher who loves you. Yeah, that is from Miss Logan. It is now that time in the program where the graduates would like to present their class performance.
Welcome. We will embark on a journey through the past and present of the class of 2017. Please keep your arms and legs inside the vehicles at all times. We begin in Thank you, Reverend. That was very cute. Next up is elementary. Elementary.
give up on us, even if the stars get rough.
Okay, break it up, no dancing here.
Oh, I just wanna take you anywhere that you like. We could go out any day, any night. Baby, I'll take you there, take you there. Baby, I'll take you there, yeah. Oh, it's true. You want me to? Let's make love. Yeah, so tell me let me kiss you.
And at last, we are high schoolers.
Some fans say you already know I'm in the fast lane. From LA to Tokyo. Is it too late now to say sorry? Yeah, I know that I let you down. Is it too late to say sorry now? I'm sorry, I'll try harder.
And there's one song that brings us all together.
Pretty and angry and mean and good. I know you can hear it now, so you can sit down and just sit. We're trying to have a good time tonight, that's what we do. It's my birthday. No, it's not. But I still look good though. I just wanna out you. You and your friends. Gotta do it to dance. That's why I came up in. When you can't dance, then you got room. You got rent. I'll see you will. Put your phone down, let's get it. Forget your Instagram and your Twitter. You're like, whoa, wait a minute. Text me. Put your shoulders up. Hold it up. That's right. Throw some curve on your attitude. Then you gotta relax. Then let's show you what you got to do. You gotta let it back. Matter of fact, play. Show how to let it back. Show how to let it back. Show how to let it back. Show how to let it back.
Now, the valedictorian of the class of 2017, Lady Jajlu, to address us.
My fellow graduates, parents, students, teachers, the sisters, alumni, Seisen Parents Association, and honored guests. Over our many years here at Seisen, 13 years for me, we have learned a lot. Our math teachers have taught us to integrate by parts. Our history teachers have taught us to identify where we stand on the ideological spectrum. I see you, my secret communists. Our science teachers have taught us that glycogen is in the liver, and glucagon and insulin are in the pancreas. Our English teachers have introduced us to books that provoked us to have discussions about issues that we might not have otherwise. Our art teachers have taught us to use acrylic paint to render self-portraits. And I must say, there are some amazing and think very attractive renditions of us in the hallways. And our language teachers have made us look that much cooler because we could speak 2, 3, sometimes more than 4 languages. And all of this knowledge will no doubt be valuable as we go forward in life, but I think that the most important values that we have learned over the course of our journey here at Seisen are how to respect each other's differences and work together as a community to succeed. I wonder if when we arrived at Seisen at such young ages, we realized what it would be like to be a woman today. Seisen has definitely instilled in us the importance of fighting for the powerful voices we hold as women. I have played a video game that a friend coded in her spare time, a field dominated by men. I was part of an all-girls team that went to the Conrad Spirit of Innovation Challenge at NASA Kennedy Space Center in Florida. I cheered on a girl who ran so fast that she set a new all-Conto record at every cross-country meet and outran the boys. I'm friends with girls who won an international flyer competition at Anaheim, in addition to earning the Judges Award and the All-Star Award. Through seeing all these accomplishments happen around me, my belief in the power of women has grown so much that I fully believe we can do whatever we set our minds to. I don't need to tell you how great females are. I just want to say how grateful I am to have been surrounded by these 51 strong, passionate, and independent young women. All of us want to pursue different things in life. I am going to study electrical engineering. One of my friends wants to study criminology and one day join Interpol. Another one wants to study international relations to help people in developing countries, prompted by the special mission Seisen has for service. There are those who want to go into law, study sustainability, start a business, practice medicine, create music, and produce films. Seisen has never held any of us back. It has only pushed us further to help us to defy stereotypes and dream big. Here at Seisen, girls always comfortably surround us, but I'm sure at least one of us on the stage will end up in classrooms, boardrooms, and laboratories where we will be the only woman. The confidence we gained at Seisen will be put to the test. I know our grade has our quirks, turning our teachers into family. And yes, the same male teacher was called Mom and Uncle. But it just goes on to show how much Seisen has become our second family, and how much we feel at home amongst this community. At Seisen, we've always felt protected from the outside world. Although we might not have been completely appreciated at times, as we complained about the number of spark notes we had to do, or the late nights we spent meeting our EE deadlines. Well, some of us didn't. Or the constant manage-back messages every Sunday, causing us to write our class reflections and reminding us that Monday was soon to come. I know that as we transition into our lives at university, we will definitely become more appreciative of our education and time amongst this wonderful community. Before I show my appreciation for everyone on the other side of the stage, let me share some of my fondest memories. When we published a grand issue of the M&M Times and then completely forgot about it for the next 8 years. Our 7th grade math teacher once ate a fly during class, took a water break, and then went right back to teaching like nothing had happened. We built a gingerbread house in middle school, and after leaving it in the classroom for a week gathering dust, we thought it would be a really good idea to devour it. And yes, that one left us feeling sick for a few days. Sorry, Mom. When we figured out our teachers' wardrobes so well that we could tell if our teachers went shopping over the weekend. And finally, going through the effort of moving our whole senior lounge onto the green top and then reorganizing it just so that we could be extra. But the sole reason why we will be able to take a bag full of such wonderful memories with us as we step out of this gym today is because of the people who surround us. First of all, I want to thank the admin for always supporting us. Thank you to SPA for always conducting fundraisers to support our extracurriculars and helping to make the school a community. Thank you to the sisters for being role models and showing us what it is like to be strong women. The support staff, the cleaning ladies and maintenance for keeping the school running, and the guards for tirelessly standing outside in the sun and rain, and especially for remembering all of our names. Thank you to the teachers for answering our endless questions and pushing us to become the best we could be. They taught us of the overabundance of knowledge and instilled in us the determination to keep searching, reminding us that by going to class, we're making it rain in our minds. And lastly to our parents for being our chauffeurs, our cooks, and our alarm clocks, without which I may not have made it on time here today. But in all seriousness, thank you for the love and emotional support you gave us over the years, and being our true cheerleaders and best friends. And my last thank you goes to the class of 2017 for keeping me sane through all the stressful times that were thrown at us, for leaving me kind notes when I wanted to cry, for the funny stories that made me laugh so hard that I was actually crying, and for giving me the privilege to share my life with you. As we go forward, I hope we can take with us all the values we have gained from our time here at Seisen, however long it may have been. Although it may sound cliche, the sky is the limit. So let us continue to dream big and achieve bigger. Thank you, class of 2017. Congratulations, we finally made it.
At this time, Mrs. Colette Rogers, with the assistance of the high school principal, Mr. James Hatch, and the assistant principal, Mr. Paul Mitchell, will now present their diplomas to the graduating class.
And it's my honor to read the first diploma. Seisen International School, Tokyo, Japan. This certifies that Momoe Ano has satisfactorily completed the prescribed high school course of study and is therefore awarded this diploma given this 28th day of May, 2017.
Sandia Balamaruga. Sanjana Batula. Ayumi Mihara Fernando. Patricia Lee Fish. Malvina Gajewska. Maisha Tomo Rose Gregory. Nanami Lee Hatch. Evelyn Ho. Fidausi Bello Husseini. Masai Igarashi. Shion Ishibashi. Francesca Luri Ishiyama. Eri Iso. Yurika Ito. Janisha Munish Jajogia. Nidhi Jaju. John B. Rajesh Javeri. Noemi Joas Yosano. Tyra Fernandez Juffs. Jin Hyung Jung. Dong Eun Kim. Ye Won Kim. Eun-young Kim. Julie Ko. Can the second row please stand up? Shoko Makino. Kathleen Martens. We have a new tradition at Seisen where we would like to recognize former students who spent a substantial amount of time at Seisen, but due to the nature of their parents' work, these students were not able to graduate at Seisen. So today, they will be walking across the stage with their daughter. Can I please ask Ms. Christina Reed to come up to the stage to join your daughter? Hiroko Diana Mori. The next graduate joined us 5 years ago and is the third daughter of her family to graduate from Seisen. Her older sister, Mana, and her even older sister, but still young, Fiona, preceded her. Mr. and Mrs. Oba, thank you for many years and your wonderful daughters. Eden Oba. Ikako Otake. Leona Alicia Onishi. I would now like to welcome the second former Seisen student, Ms. Francesca Piras, to join her daughter on stage. Matilde Piras. Mia Cassandra Randolph. Julia Florence Remington. Makoto Roketa. Caitlin Emmy Rossman. Kyoko Sakurai. Alina Sai. Shiho Sato. Lauren Shinano Siegel. Akari Tajima. Airi Tanai. Alyssa Tully. Mabel Teresa Virginia Ewell. Skirty Unamatla. Maya Yamagata. Miri Yasuda. Heijun Yoon. Ewing Yue Yu. Asna Fatima Yunus. Fatia Nawal Zaman.
Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you the class of 2017.
Thank you, girls. Please have a seat. Now, as previously mentioned, 15 of the graduating class have attended Seisen from kindergarten through grade 12. We will now recognize the following veterans. Please stand as I call your name. Momoe Ano. Miri Aomi. Sandia Balabaruga. Shion Ishibashi. Yurika Ito. Miri Jaju. Tyra Fernandez Just. Julie Poe. Mia Cassandra Randall. Julia Florence Remington. Caitlin Emmy Rossman. Lauren Shinano Siegel. Alyssa Tully. Spurti Unamatla. And last but not least, Ewing Yi. We present to you the Seisen 13-year veterans of 2017. My daughter Molly is graduating from kindergarten next Friday. Maybe 12 years from now, she'll be up here receiving the same recognition. Thank you, girls. Please have a seat. Ms. Mary Chu, President of the Seisen Former Students Association, will now present the Seisen Spirit Award on behalf of the association.
Good afternoon. On behalf of Seisen Former Students Association, and as a proud 14-year Seisen Learning graduate of class of 1981, I would like to congratulate the class of 2017 and welcome the newest members of our alumni association. It is an honor for us to participate in graduation for the 6th year. We would like to thank our student, Mrs. Rogers, and our high school principal, Mr. Hatch, for their support. We would like to thank our advisors, Sister Asuncion, Sister Concessa, Sister Margaret, and Ms. Armitia for their guidance. Thank you to the Seisen sisters for your prayers and for being here. By the way, our beloved 95-year-old former school head, Sister Asuncion, has attended all 44 Seisen graduations. We would like to mention our two second-generation graduates, Matilda and Diana, both from Big Seisen and St. Mary's families. Matilda's mother is class of 1980, her aunt is class of 1981, and her uncle is a St. Mary's graduate. Diana's mother is class of 1987, her sister is class of 2012, and her two uncles are both same year graduates. And her grandmother is our beloved Seisen veteran teacher who was my 6th grade homeroom teacher. Congratulations. Every year around graduation, I find myself reflecting on my days at Seisen and what the school has meant and continues to mean to our alumni and me. We know how privileged we are to be part of this outstanding Seisen community. As alumni, and most of us now as parents, we ask ourselves, what is the greatest gift that you can give your children? We wish for our children to be happy, in an environment where they are nurtured and accepted for their differences. We want our children to receive the best education without costing so much. We wish. We want our children to have happy childhood memories. We were once children, and for us that place was Seisen. We felt safe and loved here. We were mentored by our teachers. It is here that we learn to appreciate and celebrate our different cultures, races, and religions, and instead of fearing and discriminating them, we wish the world would be more like Seisen. We learned empathy and true kindness. We laughed and cried here. Seisen introduced us to our lifelong friends and our teachers who believe in us and we will love forever. We have the privilege of attending this prestigious private international school because of our parents. We know that our parents worked hard to send us here. We also know now that it was not our parents' hobby to be running around and volunteering their time at school. My parents chose Seisen for me and my younger sister because it was a natural extension of my family's culture, accepting of others from diverse backgrounds and religions, achievement-driven, and committed to making life better for others. We, the alumni, are happy that we attended Seisen and would choose the same for our children. Seisen parents, you have already given your children one of the greatest gifts. Thank you for your gift. You are the graduating class of 2017 in the largest in Seisen history. You are the newest members of our Alumni Association. You are intelligent, athletic, artistic, passionate, and beautiful. You are kind, compassionate, and giving. You have all contributed to Seisen in many ways, and you are part of Seisen history. Your Seisen education has prepared you all to engage with challenges. You will not shy away from tough jobs for fear you can't keep up. You will not let opportunities pass because you have learned to go after what you want. You will not blindly follow others because you have learned to think critically and independently. You will take your Seisen values and education and you will make a difference in the world. It is our hope that during your time at Seisen, you discover your talent and found your passion. Seisen has taught you to believe in yourselves and that as women, you can do anything. Few of you already know what you want to do with your life. Whether you choose work or family or both, be great at it. Your journey after Seisen will be amazing, fun, wonderful, and maybe difficult and trying at times. Please don't ever let others step on your confidence or doubt your own potential. Only you and those who truly love you know who you are. And if you fail, it is okay. Failure is part of success. Just be sure to learn from your mistakes. You are Seisen girls. You will figure it out. We are proud of who you are and who you will become. Keep seeking and let your heart and Seisen values guide you. Seisen Former Students Association is about the Seisen spirit. Seisen spirit cannot be defined in one word, but you know it when you see, hear, and feel it. It is what sets us apart from other schools. Our Seisen Spirit Award is voted by each member of the graduating class to recognize their classmates' outstanding Seisen spirit and pride. We communicate with each of these 52 graduates, and it was their vote and not ours. This class was the most amusing and honest. One of these graduates defined Seisen spirit as the inner fire of the raging phoenix. Another said that Seisen spirit means to continuously attempt at being the best version of yourself and experiencing everything from strife to glory, pain to happiness, and in the end, choosing to be a caring, thoughtful, and sensitive person. Another said that Seisen spirit is loving the school unconditionally and promising a return even before officially leaving. Class of 2017, we enjoyed getting to know you, and you all have the Seisen spirit. You are a great class. Our award is given by over 5,000 alumni. This year's Seisen Spirit Award goes to Maya Yamagata. To the class of 2017, we wish you a bright future wherever you go. Find your passion and just go for it. May your Seisen spirit keep you strong and our Seisen values guide you in making the right decisions in your life. May you live a life of meaning, fulfillment, and happiness. It is my honor and privilege to say congratulations to the class of 2017 and welcome to your Alumni Association. And thank you, Seisen, for being an important part of our lives and making us who we are today. May God bless you all.
Hello, I'm Doug Jackson. I'm not on the program, but they asked me if I would like to say a few words. And I see you're all relaxed and ready to go. Too bad. I said, when they asked me if I wanted to speak, I said, certainly not. And they said, well, maybe. Okay. And I started to think of lots of interesting things I could say. And then at the beginning of this ceremony, Mr. Lee told us how solemn and somber and serious this was supposed to be, and half my speech just went out the window. Anyway, I'd like to start off now. I asked them, what part of the program is it? Because if you look in the program, I'm not there. And they said, well, you have the last word. I said, oh, I have the last word. That's a lie. I've been married a long time. My lovely wife is up there with Sister Sunshine. I know that I never get the last word. So I asked them, what is the last word? And they didn't tell me, so I guess I can make up my own word. But I can guarantee you it won't be the last word. Somebody will come up after me and they'll say some word, I'm sure of it. Anyway, I'd like to start off, bring Mr. Stern up here. There's been some ongoing confusion the last few years. And I would like to have Mr. Stern come up here, try to alleviate the confusion. Don't you just hate it when somebody calls you and you have no idea why? You don't have to say anything. You don't have to say anything. Just stand there. So before you, you see a couple of elderly Americans, gray hair, white beard, pretty good looking. But there should be something that's really obvious to you, and that is, we are not the same person. I hope that clears everything up. So why did they ask me? When they told me I could have the last word, but why would they do that? Well, there's a thing on the website, if you go to the Seisen website, it's called the Student-Teacher Profile. And the teachers and students are supposed to try to live these characteristics in the Student-Teacher Profile. And the third profile characteristic is risk-taking. And I think that's the reason they had me come up here. There is no profile characteristic called good sense having, and I think maybe there should be. So they took risk-taking, and here I am. And the other reason they asked me if I wanted to speak was because, like you, I've been here a long time, and now I'm leaving. And when I say like you, I mean some of you. Some of you have only been here a few years. The others of you have been here, 15 of you have been here since kindergarten. And you think that's a long time. Ha! Think, I'll put this in perspective for you. Let's say you start first grade, you work your way up through the years, doing what you showed us in your dance, and you do that until finally you graduate, you walk across the stage, you get your diploma, you open up your diploma, and there's a note that says, sorry, you didn't make it. You have to go back to first grade and start again. Back to first grade you go. You do the same thing, year after year after year, until finally you made it. You walk across the stage again, you look at your diploma, there's a note inside. It says, oh, so close. But this time we're sending you back only to third grade. You're too big for the chairs in first and second grade. So you go back to 3rd grade, and you do the whole thing again from 3rd grade. Finally, you get up to graduation day, you walk across the stage, probably with your daughter this time. You get your diploma, and there, inside, a note. It says, pay your library fine by Friday, and you'll get your diploma. Yatta! Got it! Then you will have been here as long as I have. And I know some of you have already figured this out, right? You thought I can figure out. Some of the other people are thinking, whoa, he's old. A couple of people are thinking, this is too much like math. I graduated, I don't have to do math anymore. And there's at least one of you thinking, I am so hungry. Anyway, I had some advice. I'm going to try not to make this a long speech. It'll be short, and then we'll get to the last word, as soon as I figure out where it is. So, in 1954, the New York Times wrote an article about the poor state of the education system in the United States. And their conclusion, one of their conclusions was that the reason, the name of the article was Why Johnny Can't Read. And they figured out that the reason he couldn't read was the books were just too boring. And so they called a guy, this was the publishing company, a large publishing company in the U.S., the president of the Educational Textbook Division, came up with a list of 300 words, and he contacted a man and told this guy to write some interesting story for lower elementary school children, taking the words from this list of 300. So the man that they contacted wrote a poem about a cat and drew silly pictures to go with it. And the man, of course, was Theodore Geisel, and he put the name Dr. Seuss on the cat in the hat that he had just written. Now, the reason I bring this up is because years later, he wrote one of the last books that he had. Somebody gave it to me, a friend of mine, knew that I liked Dr. Seuss, he gave me the book as a gift. The problem was the book was in Japanese, and I don't speak Japanese. So I downloaded an app. The app is called Human Japanese. I thought, I wonder what the other kind is. Anyway, I thought that would be appropriate, so I studied and studied for 3 months, and you'll be amazed to know that after that time, I was able to read every word of the title of this book. And the title of this book, I'll read it to you now. The title of this book is Totemo Suteki na Watashi no Gakko. Now I thought, this is really a nice title. I wonder what the book is about. And as I read the book, I got the general idea that this book could be about Seisen. So what is Totemo Suteki na Watashi no Gakko? Well, if you look up the translation, you might find something like My Charming School. I like my translation, which is My Cool, My School, Very Cool. And I think that that pretty much sums up Seisen. This book was about a school whose student body was widely diverse, with one thing in common: they were eager to learn. And the teachers, also widely diverse, with one thing in common: they were all over the screen. So my first piece of advice to you is that you'll go to school, you go to college, you meet students from all over the world, you'll find out that you got a very good education, let's say that. Somebody asks you about your school, say, my school, totally cool. Will be true. One other piece of advice, and you've heard this before tonight, but I'm going to give it to you anyway because I already wrote the speech. One other piece of advice, I teach computer graphics and animation, and I sometimes look at forums to find out tips and techniques, and I read this one that I thought was quite appropriate. The girl had written in and said, "I'm taking a computer graphics course, it's gotten really hard thinking about giving up. And the person wrote back and said, do you love computer graphics? Because if you don't love computer graphics, then find something you do love. But if you love computer graphics, then work at it. Work through the hard parts. Pretty soon they'll become easy, and you become very good at it. And when you're very good at something you love to do, there's no stopping it. But don't give up just because it's hard. So that's my last piece of advice. And I think the last word that I will give is congratulations, but I'd like the whole audience to do that. Please stand up and you sit down. Audience, stand up. And we always want to congratulate the graduates, but by the time they go outside and start walking around, we never get to all of them. This is our chance to congratulate everybody at once. When I point at you, say congratulations like you really mean it. The graduating class of 2017. Congratulations!
Can I seat, please? You now reach the end of our graduation ceremony. For the last time, may I present the class of 2017. Congratulations, ladies. Okay, for those attending guests, please remain seated as the graduates exit the gym. Family members, and those with red seats, please remain in the gym. The graduates will be coming back. Everybody else will exit. After the graduates left, you may exit and go outside to the green top over here, where there'll be some refreshments served. So those red seats, please remain. Graduates, congratulations.